Okay, so for this, I mean, I don't think I need to put in like a whole bunch of effort. Obviously, I put the wood into this one because it was missing all the stuff holding that in. And so, yeah, I really haven't been recording these doors. What do you think about it, Willow? What do you think about it? Well, we finally got one of the nesting boxes over here, but yeah, it needs to be modified. So let's get to it. What's up, folks? Welcome back to the journey. So actually Gladys is inside getting ready. She's going to come out and join me today for getting this the nesting box ready. But I'm also coming in here and checking out just some other stuff that we need to do. So I know up here I do have this just sitting up there. It still needs to be attached. So if you guys had caught all this in the last video, if not, I always throw it at the end. You guys can go and check out us or me building this. Well, I can't say yes. Gladys came out and did help with, you know, some of the uprights and things, but for the majority of it was me. She was busy doing other things, but I still need to get this metal attached up here. Add a few more supports in there, but then we're gonna go ahead. You can see I have that area marked off over here. I have this area marked off over here. We're gonna go ahead and get some nesting boxes put in here and such. And then we also have a few things. So if you see down here at the bottom, you probably see light coming through holes and doing that. So we actually would like to seal some of that stuff up. Eventually we will be putting, you know, concrete floor in here. You can already see how kind of water from rain does kind of soak in to the floor, but that concrete level will actually be a little bit higher than ground level out here once it gets all said and done. But then you can kind of see light that comes around from the doors back there as well. And whenever I came and looked at this after the rain, just kind of seeing, you know, how well did it do? Well, I think part of this, you know, especially up here at the top, that we're going to need to run, you know, some sealant on that. I do believe some water is coming in through here, so I might even look at possibly putting like a piece of metal or something here, just something small that kind of covers this, because most of the rain, so these doors right here actually face north, so a lot of, you know, the rain and wind and stuff like that is, it's all going, what, it'd be that direction, this direction, I don't know, it's east to west, west to east, prevailing winds, I don't know, I always get those backwards. But anyway, I think if we cover up majority of this, you know, because we still want to be able to open this and secure it, and in doing that I would have to make a bigger hook that stuck out more like this, you know, or even something like that. That way I can still have a little cover. But eventually we are going to replace these with, you know, a different style of door, even the automatic doors that are solar powered. But they're not cheap, and we need two of them. So at some point, I don't know, if someone's out there and you would want to sponsor us with some chicken doors, that'd be great too. But anyway, let's get busy over on the box, and then later, but I don't know, for now let's go ahead and get busy on these boxes, and then for later we're actually going to show you today's video sponsor or product review sponsorship, I don't know. Anyway, we had one of the companies reach out to us for a product review, and we're going to knock that out in today's video. But for right now, let's get busy on tearing apart the boxes, because we got to tear it apart before we put it back together. So I think I'm just going to cut, so these are all like riveted in. I think I'm just going to take this whole back piece right here off. So I'm just going to cut off the rivets. This middle partition is going to just come out completely. So I'll leave basically these 3 partitions in, these 3 partitions, with this one I'm going to have to reconnect because Dad had cut those whenever he was separating the stuff apart. And which I don't know, I might even, because I want the metal to be, you know, right at the 30, you know, I want all of this to be right at that length. I don't necessarily need this metal in the back because I do want to make some type of door that we can open to be able to go in and clean these out and, you know, make any necessary changes or repairs as needed. But we do want the eggs to be able to roll out of the bottom because this style of nesting box is the angled on the inside. Right now it has the metal cages. Dad does have plastic cages we can put in there, and then we'll have to build another box for the eggs to roll into to be able to capture. But first off, let's get this cut into 2, and then we'll go from there. No power! Someone unplugged me. Up here is actually going to be a little trickier cutting this because actually this front piece is double layered, so there is a rivet that holds on this middle divider, but it doesn't come through this outer piece, so I would have to take this whole thing off. So I think I'm just going to try to cut through. If I cut into this divider a little bit, it'll be all right. It's not going to be the end of the world. In 2 pieces. Like I said earlier, there's a lot of these rivets that are holding this together, and even though I have a rivet gun, I don't have rivets to replace it with. I will be taking off this flap, probably trimming up some of this rust stuff. I don't necessarily need this whole thing to be as tall as it is. I do want to maintain the sloped baskets on the inside, but I also need to be able to put this back together. And since I do not have, I have a rivet gun, I just don't have rivets. So, which, I mean, Dad might, but I just think to be able to keep this thing together a little gooder. Dad actually has some of these self-tapping screws. He said, go ahead, use that. And it'd probably work a little better, which I don't know. I mean, the rivets would work just fine. There's nothing wrong with that. Now, like I said, I'm not looking to keep this back here. I do want to have some type of door that will be attached to this that we can open. So once this is in, because obviously I need this to be attached to kind of hold all this stuff together. Okay, so what I think I'm gonna have to do, you know, because a lot of this, you know, like this one's not even really being held on by anything, and I can already see that that's going to become an issue. So what I think I'm going to do is, plus I also need to trim up some of this, you know, bad rusted stuff here on the bottom, is I'm just going to cut off the bottoms of these, and then I'm going to reinforce all of this with some, don't mind our trash pile, but just some wood like this. So basically I can screw in from the outside just some like little wood strips like this that will basically attach, you know, the top, this front, and all of. Okay, well, I guess before I really get into tearing this thing apart bit by bit and putting it back together with the wood, let's go check out today's video sponsor review stuff. Yeah, that. Be right back. So thank you for dropping in for today's sponsored product. So I'd actually had the HiSea, so it's a HiSea company, had reached out to me and say, hey, would you want to test out, it's a battery operated caulking gun. And I was like, yeah, sure. I was like, that'd be nice. Let's go ahead and check it out. And one thing that is really great about this product that we have seen already, and I can even, you know, show you here as I'm talking, is anybody that has issues with their hands, any type of arthritis, like Gladys has RA, rheumatoid arthritis, and a lot of times she has pain in her hands. So sitting there squeezing, you know, a traditional gun, it's just a little too hard on that. Well, this is, you know, just a trigger that you're pulling, and even if that starts to hurt with pulling the trigger, it even has a little button here on the side where you just press that button in, and then you can let go of it and it's still going to operate. And nice and slow. It has different speeds up here at the top, you know, so for different flow rates. So if you're doing continuous work, that's pretty cool, right? And then along with that, on your battery, right, it does have a little battery indicator, you know, showing the life of your battery. But that's it. There's no other on switch. This is a 21 volt battery system. Okay, it's a lithium ion battery. So far we don't have a whole lot of projects that we need to use this on. We do have a few things here on the chicken coop that we've shown you, and I can continue to show you, just going through and stuff. But as we get into start building these cabins and homes and having other homes delivered, we will have a lot more use for this, and you guys will see this again in the future. But regardless, there is going to be a link down in our description. You can go check it out. The price point on this is phenomenal, so definitely go check it out. And from now until I believe the 28th, don't quote me on that, I can put it here, you actually have a 10% discount code, and that discount code will also be down in the description. And I'll link the product details also into our top comment, which I still need to do that on another video as well. I think I forgot to do that, but anyway, we definitely thank you to HiSea for reaching out to us, allowing us to test out this product. It's greatly appreciated. So for now, let's get back to the chicken coop. Alright, well, hopefully you guys like that caulking gun review. It's just, right now, we really don't have a whole lot of things that need the use of a caulking gun. But I do know, coming up very, very soon, as we start building these houses and homes and cabins and such, that we're going to have a lot of use for it. And it's definitely going to be appreciative, you know, if that's one of the things that Gladys needs to do, because she cannot, like I said in the ad, you know, she cannot squeeze a normal caulking gun because it hurts her hands too much. So it's pretty nice having this one. Oh, that makes it so much stronger right there. Awesome. I do like that. Things nowhere near ready, but still wanted to see. Okay, so for this, I mean, I don't think I need to put in like a whole bunch of effort. Obviously, I put the wood into this one because it was missing all the stuff holding that in. And then also I have the screws here that also holds this, but I'll be able to screw in. So I don't know if you can see, not a whole lot of light in here, but I'll be able to screw down these. You don't need a whole bunch, you know, just to kind of hold it in. And then I'll be able to put another block here to be able to get this screwed in to here. And then I'll put it in another block here to be able to screw it in up here. And then from the back, we're just gonna have to cover this up with a door that can flap, and then having a way that the eggs will roll out into another basket that we have to build out here. Well, Mom and Dad called, and they're actually over at that farm getting some more stuff. They said, hey, we found some more of those boxes that don't have any rust on them. So now I get to do all this over again of cutting it in half and getting it everywhere. So let me prep that box basically to the same spot that I was at, showing you with this rusted box, and then we'll be right back. Well, it's now a new day. I'm basically back at the spot that I was at. As you can see, these boxes actually are quite better. It actually sits in there a lot gooder. I need to open up my little door so I have some better light. So we'll open that door. We'll open this door. At some point, we would still like to have better doors on that, but I need to get in here, kind of mark out just where I would like to put some blocking. Plus, I will need to, because I don't know if you can kind of see this little metal piece here. This was kind of like a bracket that was connecting boxes together. It has a little tip right there I need to cut off, otherwise the box, well, I mean, it does sit in there flush, and it kind of gives me like a little stop, so I don't know, I might just leave it there. But anyway, it's sitting, you know, right where I would like it to sit for the most part. I do think, because yeah, I'm gonna have to cut that off because I do want that sitting a little further in. But I need to get some blocks installed over here, kind of something that I can screw this metal here to, which, I mean, this piece here I am going to go ahead and cut off, but it's going to be, you know, attached to here kind of type stuff, you know, to be able to get all these things connected back together. I do need to have, another reason why I need this off is so I can have access to screw this down to the floor. And then maybe some type of block over here that I can attach the roof to, that I'll need to attach one to the metal outside, which I would need help with that. So I would have to wait until Gladys is done doing schoolwork with the little one, and then possibly a block here. But so what I think I'm gonna do, I just want to see how well it would fit in here. I'm gonna go ahead and take this back out. I'm gonna get these pieces right here cut off, because we will be adding probably either the sheet metal back or like a piece of wood, something that we can hinge to be able to open and close in the event that we ever need to get in there for anything, because all the egg stuff will be dropping out of the bottom here. So, and we have the baskets for that right here. And then there's like another little mesh thing, that little plastic mesh that sits on that kind of protects the eggs. It's like a little nesting pad. And then, like I said, eventually we will also be making another, just a wooden trough that sits out here that the eggs can come and roll into and then be able to sit. So when we come out here, we'll just come to the trough and grab all the eggs out. So hopefully it works. We'll see. I mean, I'll test it. You know, I'll grab some eggs out of the fridge and test it, make sure that everything's going to work fine. But maybe a golf ball or two, you know, just to begin with. But I don't know. We'll see. I know eggs don't roll like golf balls. I get it. I get it. Rabbits, you're like right in my way. I'll put you under there. You're sleeping anyway. Well, I wish the light was a little better in here, but fortunately it's not. I don't know if y'all can hear my stomach growling. There's a spider on me. Don't like spiders, y'all. I don't like spiders. This one's a little more because it has to go through double. Double the trouble. That's what I thought about that. I could have just left this whole piece all the way up. What do you think? Yeah. I think that would have been the smarter thing to do. The smarter thing to do, I don't know how long that is. My tape measure's over there, so let's get a this thing. One and a half. I think I could do 21 and a half. So I think one of the biggest reasons why I'd rather leave it full like this is that way I can also have a rest right here for when the door flaps. Obviously you have the backs of the partitions. I think that'll work out a little better, a little gooder. That's already pre-drilled because I'd already have screws in it. I knew that was gonna happen. Battery died. Oh, it's alright, I forgot to turn y'all back on. But anyway, those holes are drilled. This is place. That looks pretty good. Like so. Ooh, that's pretty. I like that a lot. I didn't think about it. I probably could have put this one here. Oh, I forgot I have not attached that, so I'm glad it hasn't fallen on my head yet. I still need to attach that. This one, I don't think so. That's like way off. Let's see. Well, anyway, I don't think this is going to go anywhere. I mean, it's solid. It's in there solid. And I mean, I got the two screws here, the one screw sticking out here, which I can always cut off that excess. I mean, it sticks up above the door, so I don't think it would be an issue. But anyway, I'm gonna go grab the cages and see, because obviously where some of these vent holes are, the cage kind of goes and it just zip ties. At least that's how they had the other ones in there, or it has like the little chains. And then the back side basically just kind of comes and almost rests right here onto this little shelf. So it leaves it at an angle that allows your eggs to roll out. So let me go ahead and get these installed and let's see what it looks like. And then that's it. I'm gonna install the other one just like this one. And then after I get the other one installed, we'll bring y'all back and we'll take a look at it. And then we'll try to fashion up some type of door there. And then all that's left is the door for right here and the door for right here. Oh yeah, and still attaching this. So we're actually gonna look into possibly, so the closest we found that has the exact same breed of bantams is Oklahoma. And they want $10 an egg, and you're not even guaranteed. You have to incubate the eggs yourself. You're not even guaranteed. So I guess this breed of bantam was almost extinct, and is now come back. So we're actually gonna be helping out with that. We would like to be able to breed these out for eggs, egg production, and be selling them as a little, way of making some cash around here. So yeah, but I think we're probably going to have to go back down to Texas to get these where mom and dad had picked these up at, and see if we can get another rooster that's not part of the same family, right? Hopefully, that way we can, or even, getting some more chicks. But regardless, we're going to have to start separating him out because they're almost getting to that age now because they've gotten all their feathers. But it's now to the point where mom is no longer, I mean, she's still a little broody because she still wanted to take care of them and stuff, but it's to the point now to where she is going to start pushing them away and letting them fend for themselves, which they pretty much do when they're out here and about. But we do not want that little rooster doing anything to his sisters or to his mother, right? That wouldn't be good either. So we're going to go ahead and probably start separating him out. He can either be with Max, and Max is a pet, right? He will always have, free range of the whole yard and stuff like that. When the other chickens, they're only going to have a run, right? They're not going to be out and about like all the other chickens. So, and eventually we'll get some guineas and stuff. They'll have the run of the place, and Max will have the run of the place, and then everybody else will have a run to go into. So, but that's where we're at right now. Anyway, I think I have some doors to build, so let's go build some doors and get them put in, and then we can start putting them in here at night. I can open up this door a little bit more so we don't have to worry about going up and over this thing and banging my head off this. So I'm getting tired of it. But yep, anyway, I'm going to take a quick break and then we'll be right back. Their favorite place to bathe. Don't know why. So, yeah, I really haven't been recording these doors. But anyway, this door is basically made the exact same as these. So it's just the slotted wood, 45-degree cuts, doing that. And then I just put in a block of wood here to be like a little lock, right? And these are a spring, kind of a spring hinge, so it will close on its own somewhat. I mean, the springs could be a little stronger, but yeah. So with that, plus my block of wood, I don't think I have it 100% centered. So not a whole lot of tolerances. There you go. But I mean, that's going to be kind of temporary because I mean, I do have stuff like this that I might put on there. Well, I'll look and see. And then I got some hooks because I've made this door over here as well. It still has the gap at the top. That way we can see if there's a bird in here. All right, but not a whole lot. And then obviously in the event that we ever need to get in there to, clean out mats or just whatever, we can always open up the door. But I need a way to latch this. So I think as of right now, I'm just going to put a couple hooks down here at the bottom. And then I have these. So kind of like the same thing I did with those doors for now, right? It's going to be able to keep stuff out. I don't think, for one, I don't believe anything has been getting in here. Because for this one right here, I'm going to be putting it on that door outside so we're able to lock it closed. And then I'm going to utilize this stuff inside because this door still closes, right? So no big animals are getting in here. And eventually we will be kind of opening this up and making a new door because we're going to utilize some of those big timbers that we have right there for kind of blocking out the space, and then we're just going to build a standard door that we can put in here. But right now I need to secure this door, I need to secure that door, and then we can put the chickens up in here tonight. So that's exciting. Yeah, I still got to make the egg drop thing, but they're not laying eggs right now, so I'm not too worried about it. At least not for tonight. And just like that, I have those little hooks here. I mean, it's not ideal. Obviously, I do want to have something better, but for the meantime, it's okay. And then I also have another loop up here, so you can always take, this loop off, and that's why these hooks are opposite. And then lift this up here, and then now that can hold on to up here. Allows you to get in there, do whatever you need to do, clean stuff out. Pretty cool. I like it. Now all that's left for this coop here is the egg catch, and this is done. But as of right now, I mean, obviously I still have to put this on the door out there, but this coop right now is able for the birds will be up in here tonight. That's where they're sleeping. So now all we got to do in the morning, instead of having to remove cages, right? Because right now we they're in these cages here, which we probably still will for the male. That way the male can be, well, I mean, right now they still have the male out, gallivanting with everybody, which the male is probably going to have to go in here and stay in here. That's about the only way they're going to be able to separate them. That would just be his home from now on, and then all the rest of the chickens can come up here and just roost in here. Because I don't know. I don't think the bantams. I mean, I don't know if the bantams and the Brahmas will do anything together. I mean, that would be a big egg for such a little tiny hen. I don't know, but I know right now Max, even though he's big, he's still a baby. So I don't foresee him be trying to fertilize any hens right now. Plus none of these other hens are ready to lay eggs anyway. So I'll see what Gladys says. I mean, if needed, until I get this other side done, because it's going to be, at least another day or two before I get this other side done, that, for Max to have his own spot until, because as of right now, this is going to be egg layers, right? The birds that we're putting up in here is going to be egg layers. And for me, I don't mind having a mixed flock, for egg layers, because we're not going to put any roosters in here. They're going to have access to a big old run, and that's it. It's just going to be, 2 different hen houses for leg layers. Leg layers. That's what I just said. Egg layers. I know words are hard, but that's all I wanted this for. Now I know Dad wants to build another coop, for stuff, because obviously these little bantams, they can go for a pretty penny. They're a very rare bantam. So with that, I'm gonna let them figure that out, because I want this coop here, and obviously it's more for Gladys. Obviously I just build it. She does whatever she wants to do with it, type thing. But I've already stated that this here needs to be just strictly for the egg layers. That's it. And that's really all the reason why I only wanted to put 6 boxes in there, because even if you have multiple birds, they can go in there. I don't foresee, I mean, you could have more than one bird laying an egg at a time, but out of a group, so let's say that we have 25, there might be able to fit. So that's 1, 4, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I mean, I'd probably only do 15 at most in one side, of just, how the roosts and everything are. I would only do 15 on one side, and then just looking at, because you want at least one foot per bird, right, on your roost for the amount of space that you got. So I would only do 15 per side. Now, if it's bantams, obviously bantams don't take up as much space, but they also give you a smaller egg, right? So with that, but if we're able to do 15 on that side, 15 on that, I mean, that's 30 birds giving you eggs, out of 6. What? I don't know. Out of 5, see, that's things I don't know. Is if we have 15 per side, and all of them are able to give you one egg per day, roughly, are all 15 going to want to lay the egg at the same time? Are they going to start laying eggs somewhere else within the coop? Are they going to lay eggs outside? Hey, it's a possibility. I don't know. But that's why I'm doing three bins for now, right? And we made them to where they roll out. That way we try not to get any broody hens and such, to just get rid of the egg right away. Don't even give them an opportunity to lay on it. And then if needed, I'll make more boxes that are attached to the coop, but they would be outside. Okay, so I would just cut, basically an access hole going to another row of boxes that would be outside. But for that one, it'd be a little trickier, right? Because yes, we can still make it to where the eggs roll out, but then I'd have to make a lid on it to where it could be, still opened up and cleaned out and such. But you're getting into a little more issues with having to do that, building the stuff on the outside. So, but I think it's going to be just fine, with the amount of birds that we want to put in there, because I don't even think we'll do 15. We probably only keep it at like 12 per side. Yeah, see, right now, the rooster keeps going after, the little rooster keeps going after all the hens. One of them gets a really nice bug, and he's like, give it to me, right? And then they start fighting. But that's chickens. But hopefully you guys have enjoyed this portion of the build of the chicken coop. So one side, check in the box. It's all done. So that's good. And the other side, gonna look just like that side. So with that, the main reason why I'm not including it into this video is because that 2x2, that square 2x2 that I have that has a groove in it, I don't have any more of that. So either I'm gonna have to make my own again of like what I did, or just go buy some and then I'll finish the other side. So I've already shown you guys how to do all that stuff, so I don't think I need to show you how to do the other side. But hey, y'all get along. I'm trying to record over here. Horrible. So definitely appreciate you guys. Definitely get down to the description. Check out all the links we have down there. It's greatly appreciated. Thank you again to CC for the caulk gun. Definitely get down there. Go check it out. Get your 10% discount before it's done. And man, that's all we got. So got another video you can check out here. It's greatly appreciated. You got the whole playlist for the entire year over on this side. Icons at the top make it easy to subscribe both here and to our side channel. And then last but not least, get out there and thank a veteran at every chance you get, not only on Veterans Day. And we'll see you on the next one. Later, y'all.